what you do is copy the code in Word document. Okay, whatever you did, you copy in Word document along with the output and save it and then send it. Okay, right. So if you don't know how to send also, how here is very difficult. So I said how to work with the iframe, right? Frame. Yeah. Border we have seen. Yeah, yeah. So that is not working. Yes. 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 Now this is what we have seen in the last class, right? The content is not open, right? Okay. So static content is opening, right? Okay. So if you want to remove the border, now you are trying to remove the border by defining which one? Style, right? So this is about frame. So why we are using frames is, okay, I say no. These are called as inline frames. Or if you want to display the content of other HTML documents, you are dividing your web page or you are inserting one frame within the HTML page, right? So after this frames, okay, and I said even how to display the content within the frame. For that, you have to define which one? For that, you have to define which one? Target. So you are using this target along with which one? Anchor tag. And you are using anchor tag for creating hyperlink. You are using anchor tag for creating hyperlink. And once you click on this hyperlink, it will try to open this naresheti.com into a frame with a name. What is the name of this frame I've given? Iframe A, right? So when the target attribute of a link matches the name of the iframe, the link will open in what? Iframe. Iframe is nothing but inline frame, but this name is changed when it comes to HTML5. But whereas in HTML, before HTML5, it's called frame, but that is deprecated. But in HTML5, it's named as what? Iframe, which is called as inline frames. Okay, let us see some more. Some more elements of HTML. So there is one more, which is called as a favorite icon. So what is favorite icon is? Yes. Let me tell you about favorite icon. Now, whenever you open any website, you can find. Whenever you open a website, you can find the icon. Now, can you find one icon or not here? Yes. Can you find one icon here? So this you can call it as what here? Favorite icon. And this favorite icon, suppose if you are working with, for example, if I open the browser, now can you see these favorite icons as a links or not? Yes, recently opened. If you see this, these are what your recently opened websites. But how this recently opened websites are displayed with some links, right? But these links are displayed with what? Some image. And this image, generally you call it as which one? Favorite icon. This is called as which one? Favorite icon. Okay. Then how can you set the favorite icon? How can you set the favorite icon for your website or web page? Right? So a favorite icon is a small icon that appears in the browser tab next to the title of which one? Web page. So there is a title. See, there is a title, and before this title, you can find some small image, and this image you call it as what? Favorite icon, right? And how can you set this favorite icon? Now it is also displayed in the bookmarks. It is also displayed in the bookmarks or favorite list of which one? Browser. Okay, and in some other places, such as when user adds a website to their mobile devices as a home screen. Okay, now suppose when you add this website as a home screen, what will happen? You'll find one icon, right? And that you can call it as which one? Favorite icon. Okay. Then how can you set this favorite icon? Icon is nothing but image. Icon is nothing but what here? Image. But most of the times this image you take in which format? PNG format. Okay, PNG format, or it can be ICO format. Okay, it can be different formats, but there is a default size defined for this favorite icon. But how you define this favorite icon? By using, okay, by using one meta tag called which one? Link. By using one meta tag called which one? Link, and then it followed by which one? Relation. REL is called as relation. And what is the relation here? Icon. And the type. Now here you try to put all images into one folder, and which type of image you are using it as an icon. Now this defined type. The same thing is called as MIME type or image type. Now type is image, and it is type is what here? Image, and it is extension is what here? PNG. Now, which image you are assigning as a favorite icon? The image which is having extension as what? PNG. Okay, now this is a path where your image is available. Okay, this is a path where your image is available. So that can be absolute path, that can be what here? Relative path. So that can be either absolute path or relative path. So if you see this example, now link element is used to specify which one? Favorite icon. The relation attribute is set to icon to indicate, that is, it is which icon here? Favorite icon. And the type attribute is set image slash PNG, indicates that file type. Okay, file type is which one? Image. And what is the file extension here? PNG. And href attribute specifies a path of which one? Favorite image icon. Now it is important to note that different browsers may have a different requirements for the favorite icon file. So there are some rules are defined to define the size of this favorite icon, such as size and format. For example, some browsers may required, okay, the size of this is 16 into 16. That is 16 is a width and 16 is what here? Height. And this is in which one? Pixels. And the format is in which one? PNG. But some browsers might allow the extension as .ico, or some browsers may allow extension as what here? .svg. But most of the browser it supports which one? PNG, right? Most of the browsers it support which format? PNG format. The size of this particular image must be 16 into 16. But how you size this? Now you have so many photo editors. Okay, editors are there to size this particular image, like editors like Photoshop. It's one of the popular photo editor which can use the format which one? Images, right? Now if you want to reduce the size of the image, even you can do that within the paintbrush also. But paintbrush is only for drawing, but not formatting which one? Image. But if you want to format the image, you try to use some photo editors like Photoshop. Now let us download one small favorite icon, a small favorite icon, right? Okay, suppose favorite icons, right? So a simple favorite icon with the extension, yes. We'll just download some favorite icons because these are having some predefined size. These are having some predefined size. I don't require to size it, right? I don't require to size it. Now I just say save the image as. Now in which folder here? Images folder. Okay, but we have to give extension as .png, right? But this is saving in which format? Yes, but I'll just take this all files. Let's see what is the extension of this. So what is the name of the file? Some F1, right? So can I put save as image. Now this is PNG. Let us see F1 dot PNG, right? Now this is there in which folder? Images folder. Okay, just download one PNG with the predefined size so that I don't require to define the size. Otherwise, I have to size it with the 16 into 16, but that can be done in Paint. So you can open Paint or you can open Photoshop. Okay, where you have like image size. Now view, sorry. What is this here? Now you can set the image. Okay, image size also you can define. So what you can do is you can reduce the size of this. Okay, now this is with number of, there is a width and there is what here? Height. Now you can see 1081 into what? 6050. Now once you place the image, what you can do is you can resize the image by just dragging it. But because Paintbrush is not a, okay, not a photo editor, but it is only for drawing it. That's the reason I've taken one predefined. That's the reason I've taken one predefined. That's the reason I've taken one predefined icon. And what is the name of this? F1 dot PNG. But what is the size is given here? 225. But you have to reduce the size, right? Let us display it and see whether it display or not, right? And then we'll reduce the size of this to a dimension of 16 into 16, right? Let us see this, how to display this. Just open again, same. Now, but this information should be given in what? Okay, in header. Okay, so document type is a HTML, right? And so HTML, and you have to define which one? Head, and followed by link. So link and relation. Okay, so what is the relation between that image? Now it is defined as which one here? Favorite icon. So icon. So what I have to define here? Icon. Okay, icon. And it followed by type. And which type of image file it is? It is an image, but is which type of image file? PNG. Okay. Then it followed by which one? Location. Where it is available in images slash what is the name of this? F1 dot PNG. Okay, F1 dot PNG is the name of the file. Is the name of the file, and I just close it. Okay. And after that, I'm saying title. So title. Okay, this is what here? Title. It says title. I just close the title and then followed by yes. Okay, now this is an example. Yes, I write a body and I just say here now some simple paragraph, some example of which one here? Favorite icon. Is an example of favorite icon here. I just close the body and even I close HTML. Okay. Okay. So close the HTML, right? So now again, what you do is today, most of the students they send it, but they have not sent the code. Okay, please you try to send the code also. Output देख के क्या करूं यार मैं? How to check what you have done is correct or not? Yes or no? Okay. So send with your code. Don't send only outputs. Okay. Yes. Now this is a yes. Now this is some 31 dot HTML, right? Okay. So this is my application, right? Now just try to open this, and when you open it, now is it shown this icon or not? Yes. Now this you can call it as which one? Favorite icon. But this you are adding it by using a meta tag. What is the name of this tag here? Link. Okay. Yes, I think you understood this favorite icon, right? Let us see. Okay. Yeah, let us see grouping of HTML elements. Okay, grouping of HTML elements here, right? As this is clear, favorite icon, clearer. So because for every website you define the favorite icon. Now this is also helpful in what do you call it as um, for optimizing search engine or search optimization. Even favorite icon also useful, right? Yes. The next one is grouping the elements, grouping HTML elements. So you can group the HTML elements because you write so many tags in HTML. Okay. So these tags are called as which one here? HTML element. Elements is nothing but tags only. Don't think that something else, right? So where there is a opening tag and there is a close tag. Together, you call it as which one? Element. Okay. Every tag can be called as elements. But generally, HTML elements are generally you try to group it. Why you group the elements? To differentiate. Why you group the elements? To differentiate. To differentiate. For example, you are developing, suppose you are developing one website. For example, you are developing one website and you want to, suppose you are developing one web page where you want to group, certain parts, right? Now, where you want to group it. So, where you want to group certain parts, right? So, how can you group it? For example, this is a group which is called as, which one? Navigation. This is called as which one? Navigation bar. So, where you navigate from one page to another. Okay. So, this is one group. Okay. This is one group. And assume that this is, okay, this is one group which is called as this is called as which group here? Content. Okay. So, content is one group. Okay. Content is one group. And assume that this is, so grouping elements also define the layout of what? Your web page. Grouping elements also define the layout of what? Your web page or classify. So content is there. And here you try to put which one? Footer. Now this is grouping the elements belongs to which one? Navigation bar. Grouping the elements which is used to display what? Content. Grouping the elements which are belongs to display what? Footer into one block. How you group it? By creating one block. How you group it? By creating one block. By creating one block. Let me tell you one more. Let me tell you one more block. So for example, okay, assume that this is one block. Okay, assume that this is one block. This block contain a group of elements which define certain items. For example, assume that, okay, assume that this is languages. What is this? It is called as a languages, and where you list all the languages, as one list. This is one list. Languages is one list. It is called one group. It is called as one group. Languages is called as one group. Okay, where I'm saying some C. Okay, so I'll say C++. Okay, then I'm saying Java. Okay, like this. Okay, there where I'm saying .NET. Okay, so there is a Python like this. This is one group. Now this group contain some list of tags or not? Yes. This group is having some list of tags. Okay, suppose this is a topic. There is one tag called which one? Topic. And after that, this is which list here? Ordered list. This is called as which list? Ordered list, because you list all the items by using what? Numbers. For example, assume that there is another group. And what is that group here? Databases. There's one more group which is called as a databases. Okay, now this is a topic, and this topic is defined with, suppose unordered list. Unordered list. So where I'm using unordered means, is it displayed numbers? No, it is not displayed numbers. I just display. Suppose there is a database like Oracle. There is a database called which one? MySQL. There is a database called SQL Server, like this. Now this is one group. So this is one group and this is one group. So why you group it? Formatting becomes what? Easy. Why you group it? Formatting. Formatting becomes what? Easy, right? Suppose if you group this into one section, okay, this you are grouping this into one section. For example, you group all the students doing HTML as one class, and you group all the students doing Java into what? Another class, so that identifying which student is doing HTML and which student is doing HTML and which student is doing Java, right? Here also same thing. Suppose there are set of elements which represent some content, and that group of elements, that set of elements you are grouping under one section. You are grouping that set of elements into one section, and that grouping is done by using different tags. So there is a tag called division. There is one tag called which one? Division. Division, the name itself, right? Division means you are dividing your page into a number of, you are dividing your web page into a number of sections. You are dividing your web page into a number of sections. That you call it as which one? Division. Division, the name itself, right? Div tag. Division is there. There are two tags are used for grouping the elements. One is division and one more is a span. Two tags are there. One is division and one more is a span tag. These both are used for grouping HTML elements. By grouping, what do you do it? You apply the styles. You apply the styles to the group of elements. You apply the style not to the individual elements. You want to apply the styles toward a group of elements. That can be done by using which one? Division, and one more is what? Span. Division. So there are two elements are there. So there are two important tags which we use frequently to group what? Various other HTML elements. One is called as a division tag and one more is called as which one? Span tag. Two tags are there. One is division and one more is a span. This is very important. Division. The name itself, right? Dividing. Division means what? Dividing. What? Why you divide it? For grouping. Yeah? Dividing. Suppose you construct the house. Okay. You divide or not? Yes. You divide it. You divide into a different rooms. You'll say, this is kitchen, this is hall, this is X, this is what? Y. You divide it. How you divide it? By putting some wall, right? That is how you divide it. Here also same thing. The content of the web page you are dividing into a different sections. You are dividing into a different sections. How you divide it? How you divide it so that styling becomes what? Easy. Styling becomes what? Easy. Now how you are dividing it? By using one tag. What is the name of this tag here? Division tag. So there are two tags out there. One is division and one more is which one? Span. So the division tag. So this is very important. Block level. Block level tag. Block level means here HTML elements are two types. One is a block level elements and one more is a inline elements. HTML tags, now this is frequently asked. Block level elements, two types of tags are there or elements are there. One is a block level. There are two types of elements are there. One is a block level elements. Block level elements are tags, and one more is a inline elements. Inline elements are what is that? Tags. Block level. So generally which one is called as a block level? Like suppose head is a block level, body is a block level, H1, H2, H3. All these are called which elements? Block level. When you're saying block level, it starts in new line. When you're saying it is a block level, it starts in what? New line. Suppose paragraph is there. Is it paragraph is a block level or not? Yes. Headers, you have H1 to H6. Even it is called as which one? Block level. For example, there is a bold. For example, you have a format tags like what? B. B is called as bold. Superscript, subscript. These are called inline. These are called inline. Means I can use this within the line, but not, it doesn't insert what? A new line. Suppose within the paragraph, I want some text to be bold. Then what will I use? I'll use one tag called which one? B. Within the paragraph, I want some text to be what? Italic. Then I use a tag called which one? I. Now these are called which elements? Inline. Okay. When you are saying block level, it starts as a new line. It starts with what? New line. And it is also having some inner elements, right? So that you can call it as which one? Block level. Nested. Block levels are what? Again, nested also. Block level also nested. So there are two types of, now we learn all this block level elements, and one more is what? Inline elements. Now all formatting are called which one? Inline only. All formatting is also called inline. Suppose, assume that now this is a paragraph. So paragraph starts in new line or not? Yes. Now paragraph is which element? Block level. Suppose I'll write H2 starts in new line. H2 starts in the new line or same line? New line. Can you say H2 is a block level or not? Yes. Now this is a block level. I'll say block level. Block level. Suppose I'm saying B. B is nothing but, suppose B is there. B is nothing but bold. Is it bold means it starts in new line? No. Okay, now this is only for inline. Means inline. Inline means you try inline. Inline means within the line. Within the line. Inline means what here? Within the line. Now suppose bold. Now this is the beginning of the tag, and this is what here? End of the tag. See here, this is bold and this is bold. But is it starts in new line? No. So this tags, you call it as which tags here? Inline elements or inline tags. Now this is a block level. Now you can see example of which one? Favorite icon. Suppose if I write one more paragraph, some P is there. Okay. So paragraph 2. This is para 2. This is also called which one? Block level. This is also which one? Block level. But if I say B means a block level, no. Okay, B is not a block level, right? It is what? Inline. Now this is a question, right? What is the difference between block level here? See, frequently asked. What is the difference between block level and inline? Elements. Elements are what is that? Tags. Block, see here, block elements are always start from a new line. But inline elements never start from new line. Block elements cover space from left to right, complete. Okay, as far as can go, inline elements only cover the space as bounded by the tags in the HTML elements. This is one definition. Lot of definitions are there for this. Compared to display block, the major difference is display inline block does not add line break after the element. So that elements can sit next to the other elements. That you call it as which one? Inline elements. Example for inline elements, right? What are the example for inline elements? Bold, italic, all these are font. Yes, all these are which elements? Inline elements. Okay, now I'm adding this question here because later you should not think that what is block level, what is inline, right? Yes. So what is the difference here between now this is a question here. Difference between inline and block level elements. Okay, now this is the answer. An example of which elements? Block level elements. Example for block level elements like which one here? Okay, I can say H1 to what? H1, H2, H1, H2. So all these are up to what? S6, and even paragraph. What is that? Line break. Paragraph is there. H1 to H2. Title. All this comes under which one? Address. Okay. Address. All this comes under table. Okay. Table data. Okay. Table header. So table footer. All this comes under which elements here? Block level, right? Table. Call, like even list. If you take list items, all this comes under which one? Block level only. Okay. Now example of what is this now? Inline elements. Inline elements are like just now I said all formatting tags are called which one? Inline. So it doesn't start in the new line. It doesn't start in the new line. It continue with the respective to what? Another tag. So that is where you find the difference between inline and block elements, right? Okay. So now see here, there are two important tags which we use very frequently to group various other HTML tags. That is, one is a division tag and one more is a span tag. So why I said this block level and inline? Because division tag is used for block level and span is used for what? Inline. Okay, generally division tag is used for what? Block level, and span is used for what? Inline. So that's the reason I said what is the difference between inline and block level elements. Now there is one tag here, and what is the name of this tag? Division tag. So which one is used for dividing your web page into divisions or sections by using one tag called which one? Division tag. Now this is very important block level tag which plays a big role in grouping various other HTML tags and applying which one here? CSS on a group of elements. I said, it is very much useful if you want to apply a format, if you want to apply a style to a group of elements. If you want to apply the style to the group of elements, you can apply it by using which one? Division tag. Even now, division tag can be used to create a web page layout where we define different parts, like suppose left, right, top. See, you can divide the web page. Just now I said, even division tag also used to divide your web page. Okay, now this is, assume that, so this is a left, this is a right, this is a top. Okay, this is what here? Bottom, and this is a center. Content. Okay, it means you are dividing your web page into different sections, and that can be done by using even which tag? Division tag. Suppose this is left division, so contains some list of elements. Okay, right division is having some list of elements, and top is having some list of elements, and bottom is having some list of elements, and the content is having some list of. Now, so you are formatting all this by dividing into a different groups, and each group can be called as which one here? Division. So this is one division, this is one division, this is. Now by using division tag, even you are defining a layout or not? Yes, layout of the web page. Now CSS provide so many predefined layouts. Now as a web developer, you don't require to create layouts. Now Bootstrap come up with so many layouts. Okay, like grid layout. Now you don't require to create a layout. Generally, everything is provided by which one? CSS, and everything is provided by which one? Bootstrap. That's the reason developing front end is more easier now, because a lot of libraries are there. So Bootstrap is a library or not? Yes. Okay, Bootstrap is a library. Okay, so come up with so many styles. Okay, come up with so many styles, right? So how you create it? Now this tag does not provide any visual change on the block, but this has more meaning when it is used with what? CSS. When it is used with what? CSS. when it is used with the CSS. What is the meaning of this is, you create one block. Suppose you create one block, and this is one block. This is one block, or this is one, or this is one block, or this is one division. This is one division. Okay, this division, you define. What you define? Suppose this is the beginning of the division, and this is the end of the division. You define. What you define? You define the background color of. You define the background color of this division. You define the what is that width of this division. You define the height of this division. Yes or no? You define the background width, height, and you also define which one? Border. Now, once you create one division, within this division, you place what? Elements. Getting on? So division. Now this is one division. Getting on not? Okay. So it is having border, background, all the things, right? For example, are getting on not? What do you say here? Yes or no? Okay, blocks. How can you divide? How can you group the elements? How can you group the elements in HTML? Okay, you can group the elements in HTML, okay, by using two tags. One is a division tag and one more is a span tag. What is the need of division? Division is nothing but grouping. By grouping, you can apply one format or one style, or differentiating the elements by grouping into one division. Okay, you are dividing your web page content into a number of sections, and each section can be called as one division. Division is also used for defining what? Layout of the web page. Even that you can do it by using which tag? Division tag. So don't think division means something else, right? Now you can use this division at which elements? Block level elements or inline elements? Block level elements. Okay, and I said span, and span is used for which elements? Inline elements. Okay, span is inline elements and division is a block level. And I said, what is the difference between inline elements and what? Block level elements. And always the block level elements starts at what? New line. But inline elements doesn't start at what? New line. All formatting tags can be called as what? Inline elements. Okay, now this headers, title, address, so this table data, table row, okay, list items, okay, description, definition, all this comes under which one? Block level elements. All this comes under which one? Block level elements. And this block level elements, you group it by using which one? Division, right? So these questions are important. What is the difference between division and span? Ring or not? What is the difference between division and span? Now you must know it all this. Okay, if you read some 100 questions in HTML, always they'll ask that only. Okay, if you read 100 questions in HTML, some 50 questions in CSS, some 100 questions in what? JavaScript, Kadam, you'll get through interview. Okay, you don't require to work hard when it comes to HTML, CSS and what? JavaScript. No problem. Now this is a division tag. So how you create it? For example, now suppose, assume that. Now this is a basic example of division tag. But I said, every division is having style. This is called as which one? Style. Okay, you apply the style. But what do you apply it? You apply the background color, width, height, as well as what? Border. Okay, you apply this. Now here, you applied which one? Style. Some color equal to which one? Red. But this is which color here? Text color. This is which color here? Text color. Now suppose I've taken one division which contain, this is one group. This is topic, right? H4 is what? Topic. What is this? This is a first group and paragraph. Now following is a list of vegetables, right? Now this is which list here? Unordered list. Okay, now this is a group. But what is the style of this group? What is the text color of this group? Red. But are you applied individually as a group? Or are you applied individually or as a group? As a group. Okay, as a group. As a group. Getting or not? Now, are you applied this color individually or as a group? As a group. Okay, if you want to change any style, you change it directly as a group. At which level? Division level, right? Suppose there is one more division is there. Okay, now this is a second group of tags. Now division style. Now color is what here? Green. Now this is a second group and this is having some fruits out there. Okay, this is a group of fruits. Now this style is which one? Color is. What is the color here given? Green. Okay, now this is which color here? Text color, right? So this is one group and this is another group. Let us see this example. We just run this and we'll apply more styles. Please just try to understand. It's very simple, but you learn more about division when you go for CSS. Okay, but now you just understand what is division is. Just try to understand what is a division is here, right? Suppose in school, all students, now divisions in school, classes will be there, and classes are suppose sixth class, you have different divisions. Okay, sixth class, different divisions are there. A, B, C, D. A division, B division, C division, and yes, okay, you are dividing into a number of divisions. And each division contains number of students. Now each division you want one uniform. Okay, so you'll say, this is a uniform for which division? A division. So all students are nothing but all elements. Each student is one element. All students should have same uniform. So is it applied to all the elements or one element? All the elements available in what? Division. All the elements are available in what? Division, right? Let us see this. Okay, suppose assume that. So dividing it. Yeah, I thought of today. Yes, we'll install that VS Code also. Now this is which group here? First group. Now this group contain all the elements in which color? Red color. Now this group is having all the elements in which color? Green color. But are you applied individually? Are you applied individually as a group? As a group. Now you can define division. Division is there. And division style, you can define. What you can define? You can define, suppose, I want to define which one? What is this here? Some width. I try to define the width, or I just define, what is this? Okay, I try to define the width of this division. So the width is some 300. So the width is some 300. Then comma, I try to define which one? Height. So this is a width and height of which one? Division. So I try to define the width and height, but width and height is defined, but you have to define even which one? Border. And even you can define which one? Background color of that particular. So this is very much useful if you are applying which one? Styles. But here define only one style. Sorry. Here we define only one style. And what is the style we define here? Color. Okay, color is defined. Here, which one is defined? Color is defined. But is it border? Border is defined? No. So even we can define a background. Now this is a background here. So the background of which one here? Division. Now this is a background of which one? Division. Now I can define the background here also. Now suppose assume the division style. So this is a green, and I just write, what is this here? Background. I can define the width and height of this division. Okay. Yes, I just define the background as some color. I define the background as some color. Now this is one division, and this is what here? Another division, right? Yes, this is very much useful when you're doing what? CSS. Okay. Yes. Please just try to understand. Now division. This is about which one? Division. Division is there, but I'll repeat this division again when you go for CSS. I define this. I repeat this division again when you go for CSS because you try to apply the styles to which one? Division by creating some styles. Okay, but how you create the styles? Using CSS, right? Then there is one more tag is there, and what is the name of this tag here? Span is there. There is a division and there is a span. Now the HTML span is an inline element. So inline element, right? And it can be used to group inline elements in HTML document. The difference between span tag and div tag is that span tag is used with inline elements, whereas div tag is used with what? Block level elements. Block level elements. Suppose inline means, I said, just now bold is there. Bold or what is that? Suppose style. For example, so this is, I said here, this is a paragraph, right? This is a paragraph, and I'm saying this is, now you are saying span. Now span is for applying a color. Now you are applying which color here? Red color to what? And this, okay, now within the paragraph, you are applying one style. But how you are applying that style? By using which one? Span. Okay, within the paragraph, you are applying the style by using which one? Span. Okay, span style color is red, and here it will display in which color here? A red color. But span style color is a green. Now this will display in which color? Green color. So inline, so span is used for applying the styles to which elements? Inline elements. For grouping which elements? Inline elements. So there is a beginning of the span and there is what? End of the span. There is a beginning of the span and there is what? End of the span. But P is what here? Block level. And within block level, you are applying some styles, or you are grouping some text, or you are applying the styles by using which one? Span. Span is there, right? So this is where you find difference between, yeah, this example you understood, right? Don't think that this is over, but again, this is repeated when you move to CSS, because styling and layout, you define it by using which one? Divisions only, right? Yes, because see, I can write a styles, but if I want to write a style, you must have the syntax of which one? CSS. If you don't know the syntax of CSS, now only I think you understood what is a style. Okay, here style is there. No, style means attribute. Style is an attribute of, which one? Span. And here within double quotes, you are writing color and colon followed by which one? Red. Now this is one style, and this is called which style? Inline style. Now there are different types of styles are there. Creating different types of styles. So we don't know, right? How to create different types of styles. But now just try to understand. Now style is an attribute to apply which one? Style. But this style is created by using which one? CSS. The style is created by using which one? CSS. Now what is the name of the property? And this is value. This is a name and this is what here? Value. Okay, here also same thing. This is called name and this is what here? Value. So property name and property value, right? Background is a property name and property value. Now these properties can be called as an attributes of which one? Tag. Now from HTML5 onwards, this formatting, you never do it by using attributes, but you do it not by using attributes. Those are deprecated. You will try to use only one attribute, which is called as which one? Style. You don't say BG color. You don't say what? Background. You try to define everything by using which one? Styles. Yes. Now this is which tag here? Span tag. Span is there, but this span is not at the block level, and this is at what? Inline elements. Yes. Now this is Now you can see now this is red color and this is what? Green. As a part of paragraph or not? Yes. But how this is done? By using span. This is done by using span. But if you see this one example, if you see it, now this is, sorry, what is that here? 32 is there, no? If you see this example, now is it applied to individual inline elements? No, it is applied to what? Complete block. So this is the beginning of the block and this is the end of the block. This is the beginning of the block and this is the end of the block, right? So block level, you go for division, but inline elements, you go for which one? Span. Span is there, right? So that is where you find the difference between division as well as span. Now here I'll give one exercise. You try to do this. I want to create a web page with some divisions, right? It's simple, no content here. This is a page and I want to divide this into a different divisions. This is one division, this is one division, and this is one division. Try it. Okay. Now this is, okay, assume that this is some division 1. I want division 1 should be created with some background color. Now width, you have to give some width as well as height, and you have to define the width. So define the width, height, and as well as which one? Background color. Border, your wish, background color. Now this is one more division with some width. So height and some background color. Now using division, now if you have more thinking, I want to create using division, I want to create Tiranga. I want to create what? Flag. Flag, 3 colors. Okay, now if you think it, you do a lot of things. If you don't think, just listening class. Yes or no? If you think, you can do a lot of things. Otherwise, you cannot do anything. Creativity should be there. Now, this is division 1 and this is division 2 and this is what here? Division 3. Division 1 is there and division 2 is there and division 3. Okay, now, so web page with, now create this. It's simple. You are not displaying any content. If you have a creativity, display some content in this also, right? Yes. Now next we'll talk about, HTML entities are there. There is HTML entities are there. Yes, up to this, is it clear? What do you say here? Yes or no? All of you? Okay, I'll ask the questions. Okay, now yes or no? Yes? Right. Don't worry. Yes. So this is dividing into a number of divisions, right? So after this, you have an HTML entities are there. Entities. Now these are nothing but some special, okay, these are some special characters or reserved characters. These are some special characters or reserved characters. Okay. For example, when you are designing a web page, you may use different symbol. You may use different symbols, right? For example, I want to display one symbol. What is the symbol I want to display? Less than. I want to display which one? Less than. I want to display which one? Greater than. But actually less than, greater than. Less than, greater than. Generally it is used for defining which one? Tag. Less than and greater than, defining which one? Tag. Yes or no? So if I write less than, so less than and greater than, so identifying which one is a symbol and which one is a tag becomes what? Complex. Yes or no? It becomes very complex. For example, if I am writing less than less than. Suppose I want to write A less than or P less than, or suppose assume that P greater than. I just write P greater than, and I just write what here? Q. As a web developer, what do you think? P is called which one? Paragraph. And you think that array P tag missing which one? Array P tag is missing which one? Left rectangle or not? Yes. I have to write P. Now it is missing which one? Less than symbol. That is how interpreted by whom? Browser. That is how interpreted by whom? Browser. So because of that, this reserved characters, you define it by using some special symbols, and that you call it as HTML entities. So these are the entities are having some special meaning in HTML. Now HTML entities are special codes used to represent reserved characters, or what is that? Symbols that have a special meaning in HTML markup. Now these entities are used to ensure that the reserved characters are correctly rendered by the browser and do not interfere with HTML syntax. Do not interfere with what? HTML syntax. Now that is, example is I say no greater than and less than. That is the syntax of which one? HTML. But my intention is I want to display what? Greater than and less than. So do not interfere with what? HTML syntax. Now if I want to display greater than, I should not use which symbol? Greater than symbol. If it is less than, I should not use which symbol? Less than symbol. I should not use greater than symbol. I should not use what? Less than symbol. Then how can I display it? By using which one? HTML entities. By using some HTML entities. Now HTML entities are represented by an ampersand. HTML entities are represented by ampersand followed by code, or what is that? Name. Followed by code or name, because every character there is some code. It is referred with the code. It is referred with what? Name also. It is referred with the code or it is referred with the name, and ending with what here? Semicolon. The best example is NBSP, which is nothing but non-breakable what? Space. It represents which one? Space. For example, you want to give some 10 spaces. How you give the spaces? By using one entity called which one? NBSP. Now that represents which one? Space. Now your browser interpret that as which one? Space. Space. Now the HTML entities are specially useful when including text that contain reserved characters. See here, HTML entities are specially useful when including text that contains reserved characters in an HTML attribute or body of the HTML element. Reserved character. Reserved characters means reserved elements. I mean, reserved elements or reserved characters means that is having some special meaning. For example, address of. But address is having a special meaning or not? Yes, right? So in that case, you go for which one? HTML entities. There are so many entities are there. What is the first one? Non-breaking space, which is called as NBSP. Or you can just give the number ampersand, hash, and 160. 160 is called as which one? Space. In which chart? In which chart? ASCII chart. In ASCII chart, what is 65? Capital A. 97 is capital small a. So for every character is equivalent code or not? Yes. So that code you generally call it as which code? ASCII code. But here you call it as Unicode, because you'll be using which character set? Unicode character set 8 bits, right? Now NBSP, you can use entity name as NBSP, or you can give ampersand hash, and what is the value? 160, and that is end with what? Semicolon. Now there is less than, ampersand LD, greater than, ampersand GD, ampersand. How you define ampersand? By using ampersand, ampersand and what? Ampersand, right? Now double quotes is there, and one more is a single quotes. Double quotes and one more is what? Single quotes. Double quotes. See, how can you represent double quotes? See, generally when you are defining the attribute value, you represent that in what? Double quotes. You represent attribute value in what? Double quotes. But you want double quotes. Then how you represent double quotes? You can represent double quotes by using ampersand quotes. And how can you represent single quotes? By using ampersand a position. Now this is nothing but single quotes. And there is other special characters like cent, pound, yen, euro, copyright, as well as what? Registered mark. For this, you are using special names, or also you can use what? Special characters. Now these are some special characters. Now let us see with a simple example here. Less than and greater. See here. These are the characters which are used to differentiate the HTML elements as well as what? Character symbols, right? Okay, for that you are using HTML entities. HTML entities, right? These are some special characters. What I meant to tell is, for example, emoji is there. Emoji is a special character or not? Yes. How can I display emoji character? Can you type it out? Even which are not available on the keyboard, also you can represent it as what? HTML entities. Even that also you represent it as what? HTML entity. Now I can give the number for which one? Emoji character. Now this is a number. See, this is a number for which one? Yen. This is a number for which one? Euro. Now I want some laughing space. Laughing face. How can I have a laughing face on the web page? Yes or no? So for that, that emoji characters are characters only. Which characters it is? Unicode characters. Then how can I display that? How can I display that? I can display that by using HTML entity, because these are some special what? Characters, or these are some special symbols and having some special meaning. These are some special characters or special symbols having some special meaning. Fitting or not? Suppose let us see with a simple example. Yes. Yes, are you getting or not? So what is HTML entities? These are nothing but what? Special codes used to represent reserved characters or symbols that are having special meaning in what? HTML, right? These entities are used to ensure that the reserved characters are correctly rendered by the browser and do not interfere with what? HTML syntax. So HTML is having its own syntax, but with that HTML syntax, if you are using your characters, then browser cannot understand what this is HTML syntax. This is a character? Okay, your browser cannot understand. This is HTML syntax or character? So to differentiate that, you are using what? Some special. Yes, right. But this can be represented in how many formats? Two. One is by using name, and one more is by using number. Name is there, and one more is what? Number is there. Okay, now. So name is there. For example, see here. Yes. You people should practice. Okay, now. You people should practice it. If you don't practice, for you only it is a difficult. Okay, if you want to become a front-end developer, then you have to practice on it. Okay, if you don't practice, then you don't get anything. Okay, now. Yes, because now after some days we'll move to CSS. Now to understand CSS, you should know what first? HTML. Okay, HTML पेंडिंग हो गया, CSS में गए, कुछ भी पूरा उठ जाता, हाँ ऊपर से चले आता, इसलिए You have to practice on the same day, finish on the same day, so that rest of the things becomes very easy for you. So don't do the things after completing the course. So that is a difficult, right? Okay, because these are linking topics. Why there is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and why not first JavaScript? Okay, you understood order? Order you understood? HTML, CSS, and Javas. That is the order. Why that order? Because one concept depends on another. इसलिए वो ऑर्डर है कोर जावा एडवांस जावा फर्स्ट एडवांस जावा सीखे कोर जावा सीखते क्या नहीं सीखते so so why I'm saying because yesterday I said to send right send means how many people have sent you know बोलो क्या हाँ कितने लोग सेंड कर रहे बोलो हाँ बोलना क्या now here how many of you send यहाँ पे जो लोग है अभी क्लास में जो बैठे हैं कितने लोग आप मेरे को सेंड करें बोलो यार देंगे that's all you have sent right but send only outputs देंगे कितने लोग सेंड करें क्लास के अंदर फिर एक्सरसाइज देना क्या देना नहीं देना नहीं देना यार आप लोगों को नहीं देना खाली पढ़ा के चले जाना ऐसे रहना यार आप लोगों को कब हो गया एक ही यू आस्क ओनली वन क्वेश्चन व्हेन कोर्स विल बी कंप्लीटेड कंप्लीट होके क्या करते हैं यार इफ यू डोंट हैव नॉलेज व्हाट यू डू इट now see here so here I'm saying this and after that I'm writing what is this NBSP NBSP stands for what here space okay NBSP is what here space this is okay again I'm saying NBSP okay now this indicates again what here space okay so this is what again space but end with what semicolon why it is end with semicolon because it should not interfere with what text so this you can call it as paragraph terminator right so this is the beginning of the paragraph and end of the paragraph okay now array so this but there is a SP okay NB क्या यार आपका मिस्टेक्स मेरे को आ रहा okay right now there is a space now here there is a space and here also there is a space right space is there suppose assume that now this is a paragraph okay now this I've given some number of spaces and then I said what here is number of spaces and there is a is right now once I refresh it how many spaces are given only one space but is it given number of spaces no so by default your browser interprets how many spaces only one if you want more than one space use what again NB NB what SP so NB SP ampersand NB SP okay na ampersand so again you write what NB SP okay now you can see how many spaces here one space or more than one so how you print a space even in a web page how you put a space and that can be done by using one entity called which one NBSP Okay, less than is there. Suppose less than. Now here I just open paragraph. I just open paragraph and I close. So this is a beginning of the paragraph and end of the paragraph. Now this is what I said here, greater than and okay, this is greater than and okay, and this is which one? Less than. So there is greater than and there is what here? Less than. But when you see this, okay, these symbols are interfere with what? HTML. Alright, these symbols are interfere with what? HTML syntaxes, because if you are talking about tag, it is given in angular brackets or not? Yes. Now this is, and you think that this is a beginning and this is ending and this is also end. Okay, you think that there is how many endings are there? Two endings. And you'll think that how many beginnings are there? Two beginnings are. Suppose if I say less than, but actually what is my intention? I want less than. I want what? Greater than. That is my intention here. But what will happen if I run this? This is greater than and less than. But debugging becomes what? Complex, because it is you might think that okay, this is the end of the this is end of the tag, this is end of the closing of the tag, this is end of the tag, and this is closing of the tag. But again, you begin with how many symbols here? Two symbols, right? You might think that okay, this is a syntax error, this is what your syntax error, right? So to overcome this, in the place of greater than and less than, what do you do it? You just use what is this? Ampersand. What is the name of the symbol? LT. LT stands for less than. Okay. And greater than. You'll just use LT and end with what? Semicolon. Ampersand, some GT, and end with what here? Semicolon. Now, is it these characters or interfere with your HTML syntax? No. So debugging becomes what? Very easy. Debugging becomes very easy. Now you can also define this with a code. This is okay. Now this is I can write with the code. And what is the code? Ampersand hash 60 ampersand. Now I just use ampersand as hash symbol is there and 60 and okay, ampersand hash, and what is the symbol here? 62 is there. Okay, 62. Now there is a 60 and there is a 62, right? Yes. Now even see here, don't think that it is only this. Any character, this is ampersand hash, and what is that? 65. Ampersand hash 65. What is this 65? So what is the 65 here? A. What is 65? ASCII value or not? Yes. So you can also represent as a Unicode value or ASCII value. Now NBSP, what is the space equivalent here? 160. Now all these signs you find in chart or not? Yes. Now if you see the chart, you find a lot of things in that, right? Even I said you can have which characters here? Emoji characters. Okay, emoji characters are nothing but some special characters, right? Now images looks like what? Images, or what is that? Icons, but they are not images, or they are not icons, but they are letters. They are letters, or they are characters which uses which character set? UTF, that is Unicode text format. Which bit here? 8 bits. Okay, so character set. For example, I want to display the name in Hindi, right? I want to display the name in what? Hindi. How can I display the name in Hindi, right? I want Hindi letter here. Is it Hindi letter is a part of Unicode or not? Yes. Hindi letter is a part of which one? Unicode. Okay, in the same way. For example, emoji character you want. So emoji character you want. Then suppose A is 65, B is 66, and C is what here? 67. Like that. If I want some emoji characters, then suppose I just taken some characters here, like ampersand. If your browser supports, then it will display, right? Now this is one character. This is one emoji character here. And what is this character here? Some laughing space or not? Yes. Okay. So you should know the character code. You should know which one here? Character code. This is called as which code? Unicode. So Unicodes are more than 1 lakh characters are there. Okay, more than. Now if you want to see, you can just search, right? Unicode. Unicode, which characters? Emoji characters. Now you can find, but this is in which format? Hexadecimal format. These are in which format? Hexadecimal format, but you have to convert this from hexadecimal to what? Decimal. You have to convert this from hexadecimal to decimal. Unicode emoji characters in which format? Decimal format. Now these are Unicode characters, like different languages you can find here. So this is how it is defined. Ampersand hash X is there. Now you can write X in hexadecimal, right? X must be lowercase. Okay. So we'll just see here. But you have a different characters in different languages. Now let us see. Now let us see Unicode. Which letters here? Hindi, right? So these are Hindi characters. Okay, now this is Unicode Hindi characters, right? Now if you see this Hindi characters, now you have a 090 and there is a symbols here. What is this? Where is R? We'll just take one letter. Okay, now these are the letters, right? Now you have all these are Hindi letters. Let us see. So what is the name of this letter here? Who is there? Now 090, what is this? 9. 9 only? No, it's showing wrong here. So 0905. Okay. For example, if I'm writing, what is this? Ampersand hash 090 what? 5. Now this represent letter in what here? Hindi. Okay, this represent O. But you need to define. So what do you need to define? Character set. In the header, you need to define the character set. So meta, but actually this is in which format? Hexadecimal, right? This is in which format here? Hexadecimal format. Let us change it. Now this character is what here? Because this is in which format? Hexadecimal. It's shown here. It is shown in which format? Hexadecimal format. Okay, hexadecimal format. Then you have to write here what? X. But if it is decimal, you don't require to write X. Emoji characters are there, right? But these are in which format? Hexadecimal. One F603. One F603. So hash 1F603, right? Okay. What is this character? You can just check here. Now refresh. One F only. One F603. But this is again in which format? Hexadecimal. Now this is one character, right? Now can you change the font size or not? Yes. So because it is also one character. It is also one character. But these are some special characters, right? But these special characters is given some name, and these names are called which one? Entities, right? Yes, I think you understood this HTML entities, right? Okay. So HTML entities are nothing but some special characters. Okay. Right. So that is to differentiate the HTML characters as well as the characters what you displayed. HTML characters and characters what you display, right? Then next we'll go for designing HTML forms, right? So this is very important. HTML forms are there. HTML forms are there or not? Yes. Forms are used for what? Input the data. If you want to input the data, how you input the data? You input the data within the form. Okay, suppose the site is always slow. Okay. Now placement registration is there. So this is called as which one here? Form. This is where you try to input some data. Okay. And this form is having a lot of things or not? Yes, this form is having lot of things. Means you try to input the data in different formats. For example, this is one input field. This is one input field. This is one input field, and this is one input field. So, but here you enter what? Mobile number. But this number is having some validation or not? Yes. So this you can call it as input. This is called as which one? HTML form. So forms are used to input the data. Forms are used to input the data, and whenever you input the data and click on submit, this data is submit to what? Backend. And what you have at the backend? Some program, and that program can be servlet, that program can be JSP, that program can be a Spring, that program can be what? ASP.NET, that can be any program which is there at which side? Server side. But how to create this HTML forms? We'll see in detail. But actually, I want to tell you how to install VS Code, because in the next class onwards, we'll see in VS Code. I'll tell you how to work with HTML forms. Okay, tomorrow. And before HTML forms, I'll tell you how to install VS Code and how to configure the server and how to design the pages, right? And how to deploy your web application in the server and how to call it from browser, right? Not today, but tomorrow we'll see this, right? So thank